President Biden is back on the road promoting his social spending plan, which remains in limbo in Congress. On Friday, he discussed the plan's benefits at a child care center in Connecticut. The plan had an initial price tag of $3.5 trillion to cover things like child care, health care, community college, and fighting climate change. But as negotiations with members of his own party drag on, the president admits that the price tag will be coming down. CBS News' Natalie Brandt has the latest.
After stopping by the playground at a child development center in Hartford, Connecticut, President Biden once again pushed for his social spending plan stalled in Congress.
No middle-class family will pay more than 7% of their income on child care.
The Democratic Build Back Better Act is still under negotiation, but the president hopes it will include universal pre-K, an extension of the child tax credit, and new investments in child care and the workforce.
We have a severe lack of infant toddler care already.
Linda Smith, the director of the Early Childhood Initiative at the Bipartisan Policy Center, says their research estimates on average nearly a third of children who potentially need care lack access to it. She says it's not only a matter of cost for parents, but a lack of child care facilities and workers.
We need an investment in both what we call the supply of child care in this country, as well as parents' ability to pay for it.
The White House and congressional Democrats continue to negotiate behind the scenes. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi acknowledged this week that the bill will have to be cut down in size, but said emphasis will remain on children and moms.
Whatever we do, we'll make decisions that will continue to be transformative about women in the workplace.
Data shows that women are leaving their jobs at a faster pace than men, a gender gap that's widened during the pandemic.
In our most recent survey of rural parents, over 80% of parents said one of the reasons they're not going to work is because of childcare.
Smith says she believes to fix the problem, Congress needs to pay attention to the gap of affordability for parents and better pay for those caring for children, most of whom are also women. Natalie Brandt, CBS News, the White House.
For more, I want to bring in Daniel Lippman. He's a White House correspondent for Politico. Daniel, good to have you. So the president's social spending plan is being held up by Democratic Senators Joe Manchin and Kristen Sinema, who thought that the $3.5 trillion cost of the bill was too high. Where do negotiations currently stand with them?
So they're keeping negotiations pretty tight. They're not negotiating through the media, and so there's lots of calls between Sinema and Manchin and with the White House and congressional leadership to try to find a number that works for both of them and find the contours of a plan that they can actually pass. And so that means they're probably going to sunset some of these provisions where they expire in a few years instead of having, this grand $3.5 trillion plan.
Well, do we have a sense of what items might actually be cut from the bill, or even what items are definitely staying in?
Well, I think if you're looking at climate change, the tens of billions of dollars that the administration wants to spend combating climate change, moving to a green economy, that's going to take a hit. Not all of it, of course. They're going to keep a lot of it in because it's an important issue in the eyes of many Americans, including Biden and Democrats. But Manchin is worried that it would leave his state behind in terms of coal, oil, and gas, and so he doesn't want to go too far. He says there is an energy crisis. I think we're looking at the prescription drug prices. That cut, it might not be as big for Americans, and so that's being able to the government negotiating with drug makers to bring those prices down. She's taken a lot of money from big pharma, and they are very against this. Community college is another, which we're probably not going to see as much funding for that as well. And so across the board, they're really trimming the size of this package down.
So, Daniel, help us also understand the White House's strategy here. The president is promoting his social spending plan when the details haven't even been agreed to yet. Is he hoping that public pressure might move things forward?
I think that's definitely part of it. He also had, the reason he went to Connecticut was both to sell this, but also to dedicate that new center in honor of his friend, Chris Dodd, the former senator from Connecticut. And so He wasn't just there for the Build Back Better event. But a lot of Democrats have wondered, why hasn't he been barnstorming the country? Why isn't he going to Arizona or West Virginia to try to sell this plan? He is playing the inside track. He's a legislator. But at some point, you have to wonder whether that strategy is actually working.
Yeah. Daniel, I want to loop back around to climate change, which you mentioned when talking about Joe Manchin, Senator Joe Manchin. On Friday, the Biden administration released a report outlining steps to address the economic risks associated with climate change. I'm hoping you can tell us in the final moments that we have you more about that report.
40-page report. It talks about all the different steps the government is taking to try to protect our economy. You're looking at the SEC making sure that investors are warned about the risks of climate change. You're looking at cities, protecting them from rising sea levels. You're looking at just a range of the wildfire situation out west, and so they're viewing it as a whole of government approach because they know that this has hit Americans very hard in the last 6 months at least.
All right, Daniel Lippman, thank you.
Great. Thank you.